Hare Krishna. So now we will hear about the places to visit in Melukote. First we are going to see about Sri Yoganarsimha Swami temple. On the hilltop at the other end of town, many steps up is a temple of Lord Narasimha sitting in the yoga position. So he is called as Yoganarsimha. He is nearly 3 feet tall and beautifully dressed and adorned in gold with gold hands, feet and crowns with large long garlands covering his chest. That is why, according to the Naradiya Purana, it is said to have been installed here thousands of years ago by Prahlad Maharaja, a great devotee of Lord Narasimha. Beneath the temple is a small cave just under the deity where Prahlad Maharaj said to have meditated. If you wish, you can sponsor a bathing ceremony for the deity of Lord Narasimha and directly watch the priest do the bathing of the big deity. Next is Prahlad's cave. According to the Naradiya Purana, Prahlad Maharaj installed the deity of Yoga Narasimha thousands of years ago while visiting Venuchita, a celibate performing penance here. One can see the cave under the temple where it said Prahlad Maharaj has meditated. To visit the town, you have to go down from the northern gate, that is back side of the temple. The entrance has narrow steps and then one has to bend head and even crawl. The point where Prahlad Maharaja meditated is just below the deity. Crawled some more, one can then come out under the lower part of the temple. From the roof of the temple, one can see Melukote spread out down there. The most prominent place to see the Tirunarayana temple, Kalyani, which is known as Auspicious Pond, the large entrance gate of a time-ravaged fort, that is Melukote means upper fort, and the Academy of Sanskrit Research. All the surrounding area is clearly visible from the hilltop. At night, one can see the deity, the lights of the Mysore city. The puja timing at Yoga Narasimha temple are 9 am to 10 am, Nitya, which is known as Nitya Katle, and then Abhishek will be done from 9 am to 11 am, and Darshan will be from 11 am to 1 pm. In the evening, Darshan is from 5:30 to 8 pm. During Saturday, Sunday and public holidays, the Darshan will be from 11 am to 2 pm and then 5 to 8 in the night. Next we are going to see is Panchakalyani Pond. Before visiting Sri Cheluva Narayana Swami temple, people can visit the Panchakalyani Pond. The pond is big with mandaps, which is known as Bhuvaneshwari Mandap, is located there. Kalyani Pond, the chief of several sacred ponds in Melukote, by sprinkling some of its water on your heads. According to the Ishvara Samhita, when Lord Krishna in his incarnation as Lord Varaha lifted the earth from the universal ocean, some drops of water clinging to his body fell on the hill at the Melukote, creating Kalyani Pond. The Padma Purana mentions Kalyani Pond, and according to the Matsya Purana, Garuda, Lord Vishnu's eagle carrier, brought white clay here from Shvetadvipa, that is Lord Vishnu's planet within this universe. And next we are going to see is Tirunarayana or Sri Cheluva Narayana Swami temple. The main temple in Melukote is that of Tirunarayana. Tiru is the Tamil equivalent of Shri and honorific meaning is opulent. The principal temple is a square building of large dimensions but very plain, dedicated to Lord Cheluva Narayana Swami, or he is also known as Tirunarayana. It is said that Lord Narayana came to Melukote hill to respond to a penance performed by Brahma. Lord blessed him and told him that he will assume the form of a divine temple. Today, the Tirunarayana temple is not architecturally identical to original one described in the Pancha Ratrangama, but it is still honored as a self-manifested sacred temple. As you enter the temple, the deity Tirunarayana stands directly in front. He is 5 to 6 feet tall. Priests chant 1008 names of the Lord, who gives blessings with one hand and held a club, a disc, and a conch shell in his other three hands. Ramanujacarya discovered the deity in an ant hill after the Lord directed him to the spot in a dream. On the right hand of the entrance is a separate shrine, is a small deity of Narayana, the processional deity known as Cheluva Narayana. It has other names like Cheluva Pillai, Sampath Kumar, and Ramapriya, one who is very dear to Lord Ram. Lord Ram worshipped this deity with great love. In the Naradiya Purana, sages ask Narad Muni how Lord Narayan came to this place. He tells them that the deity was first presented to Brahma to worship, and Brahma gave the deity to his son Sanat Kumar. Lord Vishnu then ordered Ananta Shesha, that is Adi Shesha, the lord of the serpent, to assume the form of a mountain at Melukote and wait for his arrival. Sanat Kumar transported the deity with his entire temple complex to Melukote. Later, he presented the deity to Lord Ram. Ram's son Kusa gave the deity as a dowry for his daughter, who married a prince of the Yadu dynasty. Lord Krishna appeared in the Yadu dynasty and worshipped the deity. During that time, the diamond crown of the Lord Vishnu residing in the milk ocean was stolen by Virochana, the son of Bali. Garuda killed Virochana and retrieved the crown. But on the way back, he found Krishna playing in Vrindavana with his friends and cows. So Garuda gave the crown known as Vajra Mukuta to Lord Krishna, and Krishna offered it to his deity Ramapriya. Today, Vairamukuta, the festival of the diamond crown, is one of the famous festivals celebrated here. We will hear about its story later on. When Lord Balrama returned to Dwarka after one of his pilgrimage, he told Lord Krishna that the deity in Melukote discovered by Ramanujacharya was identical to their deity. So they took Ramapriya to Melukote and placed him before Tirunarayana. They found no difference between them. Ramapriya stayed in Melukote, and thereafter the Yadus frequently visited there to worship the Lord, who became their family deity. So Cheluva Narayan is so unique that he was worshipped by both Lord Ram and Lord Krishna. Later, the story goes that in the 11th century, the Jain king Bittadeva embraced Vaishnavism with the training and influence of Sri Ramanuja and changed his name to Vishnuvardhana. However, at that time, because of the Muslim endeavors, Narayanapuram was in ruin. Both the main deity of Narayana and the smaller deity of Ramapriya were lost. But Ramanuja had a vision in which Lord Vishnu showed him where the deity would be found. Thus he located the larger deity among some tulsi leaves in the anthill in Yadavagiri and then installed the deity in the temple. As a service to his guru, Bittadeva, who is known as Vishnuvardhana later on, renovated the Tirunarayana temple and built 5 shrines to Lord Vishnu, known as the Panchanarayana temples. The smaller Vishnu deity of Ramapriya had been taken by Muslim king in Delhi, who gave it to his daughter, who became very attached to it as one of her dolls. Then later, when the sages wanted to install it in the temple, Ramanuja went all the way to Delhi and asked for it back. The king laughed and said, "I have so many deities in my treasury. You call it, and if it comes, then you can take it off." So he called it by its name, and the deity practically flew into his arms. So then he took the deity, and it was also installed in the temple. The king's daughter, however, was so attached to it, she walked all the way to Melukote behind Ramanujacarya. But she was a Muslim and could not be allowed into the temple. Nonetheless, she also came to Melukote, and there she attended Mukti, that is liberation. She is known as Bibi Nachiyar and is one of the saints of the temple. Her image is shown near the deity. The deity of Ramapriya is in the Ranga Mandapam hall in front of the scantum on the right side of the entrance. This deity was worshipped with great love by Ramachandra. Shrines for the deities of Vaikuntanatha, Chakratu Alvar and Anjaneya are on the parikrama ways, that is, walkways of the temple. And the goddesses Yadugiri Nachiyar, who is Lakshmi herself, and Kalyani Nachiyar have separate shrines in a mandapam hall of beautifully carved pillars in the back right corner of the complex. Around the temple are the mathas of various Vaishnava sects, and there is also an image of Ramanuja here, which was installed before he went to Sri Rangam. He spent 12 years here. Thus, it is one of the foremost holy sites for Sri Vaishnavas, followers of Sri Ramanuja. The temple is richly endowed, having been under the special patronage of the Mysore Rajas too, and it has a most valuable collection of jewels in its custody. As early as 1614, the Mysore king Raja Vodire, who lived between 1578 to 1670, first acquired Srirangapatnam and adopted the Sri Vaishnava faith, handed over to the temple and Brahmins at Melukote, the estate granted by him by Vijayanagara king Venkatapati Rai. On one of the pillars of the Navaranga of the Narayanaswamy temple is a bas relief about 1.5 feet, that is 0.46 meter high, of Raja Vodire standing with his folded hands with the name inscribed on the base. He was said to be a great devotee of the presiding deity and a constant visitor to the temple. A gold crown set with precious jewel was presented by him to the temple. This crown is named after Rajamudi. A legend says that on the day of his death, he was last found entering this cantum and was seen no more afterwards. From the inscriptions on some of the gold jewels and on gold and silver vessels in the temple, it is learned that they were presented from Krishnaraja Vodiyar III and his queens. Krishnaraja Vodiyar III also presented to the temple a crown with precious jewels. It is known after his name as Krishnaraja Mudi. Vairamudi or Vajramukuta, another crown of great value, seems to be older than Rajamudi and Krishna Raja Mudi. And in 1785, Tipu Sultan gave some elephants to the temple. The puja timing of Cheluva Narayanaswamy temple are 8:30 am to 12:30 pm, then 4 pm to 6 pm, and again 7 pm to 8:30 pm. During Saturdays and Sundays, the morning puja timing will be from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Inside the Cheluva Narayana Swami temple, the pillars are carved beautifully. Behind this temple, the sisters' spawn, that is, elder and younger sister, named as Akka Tangai Kola, are located. Proceeding further, there is Raya Gopuram, which is a science place, and people can see the aerial view of the surroundings. Other important places are Sri Yadugiri Ammanavara Sannadhi and Dhanushkoti. Now we will see about Yatishila. Where Ramanuja came to Melukote from Sri Rangam, he came in the disguise wearing the white cloth instead of his saffron clothes of sannyasi. The reason he left Sri Rangam because the Shaivite king wants to kill him for spreading Vaishnavism. It is said that this place where Lord Dattatreya came, and again he awarded him with saffron cloths. There is a small temple to mark this site. It is inside the jungle. You have to walk past the two sisters' kund on the forest trail, and on your left side is this place. And next is Dhanushkoti. You continue walking on the road, you will come to the end of the mountain, and there turn around the mountain, you will find this place. It is said that here Lord Rama shot an arrow to make Ganga appear. There is small cave from where water comes out, and also there is small temple having deities of Lord Rama, Lakshmana and Sita. And then we will see about Sri Veda Vedanta Bodhini Sanskrit College. This is one of the oldest institute here, established in 1854. An old library founded in 1935 contains large number of Sanskrit, Tamil, Kannada and Telugu books and manuscripts. Here, some computer scientists are working on, among other things, a program that can perform natural language processing with Sanskrit grammar. The academy also has a garden of purely Vedic plants and livestock carefully bred to recapture the characteristics of the Vedic herds. This was a little description about the places near Melukote. Hare Krishna.